man, Nate, man. Shout out to Nate, bro.
What up, what up, what up, ladies and gents, boys and girls? You are now tuned in to a brand new video of Sportsway with Dre Day podcast. I am your host with the most, the Hood's ESPN, Crystal Street's very own Dre Day. What's up, what's up, what's up? Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support of the podcast. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. Excuse me. If you haven't already, it's right there on the bottom of the screen. Also hit that notification bell so that way once a video is uploaded, you will get a notification letting you know I dropped a new video. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, tell a friend to tell a friend, all that good stuff. Man, oh man, this video here, All-Star Weekend is officially over. So much happened during All-Star Weekend. So much. But I'm only going to speak about what happened on the court because obviously if you are a fan of Threads, if you have the Threads app, it's a lot of drama, that's been going on All-Star Weekend that has to do with things off the court, as far as people personal lives and shit like that. So I'm not even going to get into that. I'm just going to speak on what happened with that All-Star game. And listen, I'm not going to hold you. I was disgusted. I was very much disgusted. I was very, very much. I was disgusted within the first, what is it, 10 minutes a quarter? I was disgusted probably within the first 5-6 minutes of the first quarter. I'm not even going to hold you because, for those of y'all that watched the game, maybe y'all can agree with me with this. Like, I think it was about a good 3 possessions where Team Coop had a fast break and they could have literally scored 2 baskets. Like, there was no defender in the paint. But for some reason, they said, you know what? We're gonna dish it to the wing, or we're gonna dish it to the baseline, let somebody shoot it. And that's when I knew. I'm like, yo, they don't even give a fuck about this game. Like this shit is gonna be a snooze fest. It's gonna be horrible. It cranked up a little bit in the second half, and I get it. It's All-Star game, and nobody wants to get hurt, and this, that, and the third. But us as fans, that's not the type of game we want to see, especially from what we saw last year. It's like, yo, y'all played last year horrible. Like, that might have been the worst All-Star game I ever seen in the WNBA last year. That might have been the worst. And then now it's like, okay, we gotta spin the block and we gotta do something this year that's not like last year. And y'all damn near did that shit. Damn near. It got a little competitive in the second half. I get it. But again, like that first quarter, like I was totally disgusted. Totally disgusted. And then you got to factor in, what was it? For me, I felt Team Spoon had a mission. And that mission was to get Caitlinclark the MVP. Because remember, she scored the first point of the game, making a defensive play. Think about that. Caitlinclark made a defensive play, got a steal, ran down, got the 2 points, and then came down and licked up, I think, 3 3-pointers in a row and made them. So I'm like, okay, I see what the play is here. they're gonna get her the MVP. Like that's what they're working on. They're gonna get her the MVP. And then slowly but surely, the bricks started to come, and then Jonquel quietly just snapped. And then Marinamabrey on the other side, I'm thinking like, okay, if Team Coop win, if Team Coop win, Marina definitely getting the MVP. And then I think during the post game, they were saying that how Paige and Stewie was saying that how they was trying to get Marina the MVP. And I think she had 17, 18 points in the first quarter. Like she couldn't miss. Like she could not miss in that first quarter. And then after that, I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know if she was gassed, if she was tired, but then Kelsey Mitchell just started cooking, right? So for me, I'm sitting here watching this game and I'm like, yo, like it's no defense being played. Like this is just this is just crazy. Like I ain't gonna lie, I was very much disgusted watching this game. I was very much disgusted. The performance, the halftime show was trash. I ain't even gonna hold you. The two best parts of this game, and y'all probably gonna laugh when I say this. Well, probably one of them y'all not gonna laugh at. Dominique Malunga's dunk. Because something was telling me, like, you know, I'm watching the game with my lady, and I'm like, yo, I hope Malunga get a dunk. Because I'm going off of what we've seen in Unrivaled. I think she dunked 3 times in Unrivaled, if I'm not mistaken. 3 or 2 times. So I'm like, yo, All-Star game, I definitely hope she yams it. And then Angelreese had the ball right on the wing. She saw Malunga coming straight down, dished it to her, and then bam, she dunked it. So that was one of my favorite moments. The other moment didn't even have anything to do with the game. It was the fans with the surfing. Like everybody got involved. Like, listen, we was in her crib watching the game, and even we was swag, and even we was surfing, swag surfing. So yeah, so those 2 moments right there for me was the best moments in the game. And then when you look at the box score, like only a certain amount of people took this shit seriously. You know what I'm saying? And let's just start with Team Coop, which is the losing side. If you really think about it, Gabby did her thing, Kelsey did her thing, Paige, I don't know what she like. Paige started cooking in the second half. She really didn't do much in, the first half. Angelreese, you already see, donut, but she only played 9 minutes, and I think she hurt herself when she slipped and fell. I know she went for a layup and Ajawilson blocked her, and then supposedly Ajawilson wasn't even trying to block her, but it wound up happening. Angelreese slipped, and then Ajawilson helped her up or whatever. So she basically she only played 9 minutes, and a lot of people is giving her flack for that, but I'm going to give my opinion on that. Again, Marinamabrey, 23 points. She played 21 minutes, 9 for 21, 5 for 14 from the 3. So they're the only ones that actually really showed out in this game, right? Now let's go to Team Spoon. Look at that. Ajawilson had 12, but she only played 14 minutes. Caitlin had 17, 5 for 15 from the 3. Olivia Miles, look, perfect, 5 for 5. She was 2 assists away from a triple-double. 11, 12, and 8. Nneka was close to a double-double, and she became the all-time leader, I believe, in points in an All-Star game, if I'm not mistaken. So shout out to Madam President for that. Jonquel, 22, 13, and 8. Remember, she was 2 assists away from a triple-double. Courtneywilliams, 12 and 7. Alicia Gray, 19 points, 5 for 9. And this is the part that I don't like. And listen, those of y'all that's watching, y'all are going to agree with me on this. And again, it's ESPN, so we know the play. the constant glazing for Caitlin, they're gonna they was doing that shit like crazy yesterday. When they talked about how Team Spoon won, they talked about how Jonquel Jones and Caitlinclark basically led them to victory. No, you can say that Alicia Gray and Jonquel Jones led them to victory. Look at that. Alicia Gray had 19 points, 5 for 9 from the three-point line. Caitlinclark went 5 for 15. And then look at this. We in the All Star game, and she still gets 5 turnovers. Now, mind you, ain't that much defense being played. It ain't that much defense being played. And even in a scrimmage, she still coughed up her average. 5 turnovers a game. 5 turnovers. And then think about this. She was trying to set the precedent early. Like, she was really trying to get everybody to play hard. Like, we even saw her playing defense, which is crazy to me because in a scrimmage where it don't count, now you want to play defense? So what happens to the defense in the regular season games? You don't care about that. But for an all-star game, that's when you really want to play defense. But I digress. But I want to salute Kelsey Plum because she didn't play, but she said something that was very much important when she was being interviewed. The All-Star game needs to be taken seriously. It needs to be taken seriously. So in order for that to be taken serious, do y'all remember a few years ago in the All-Star game, in the NBA All-Star game? I think it was ironic that it was in Chicago. And they did that whole whichever team wins, there's a purse that you get. I mean, both teams win, but obviously the winning team get the bigger purse and this, that, and the third. Like, you have to play for something. Like, bragging rights got to be on the line. Maybe then the All-Star game would be taken seriously. And I know a lot of people fussing at Angelreese because she only played 9 minutes. Well, how about this for size? Let me show y'all something real quick. Because if memory serves me correct, Aaliyah Boston was a starter, and she only played 5 minutes. So y'all getting at Angelreese for not scoring and only playing 9 minutes. Aaliyah Boston played 5 minutes and didn't score. At least Angelreese. Let's go back to Angelreese real quick. Oh, hell, my internet acting up again. Here we go with this bullshit. Yo, my internet been acting up these past few days, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. Let me see something real quick. Angelreese had 5 rebounds, 4 assists in 9 minutes. Aaliyah Boston had 0 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist in 5 minutes. So y'all crucifying Angelreese, but y'all don't have that same energy for Aaliyah Boston. Like, y'all just find a way to hate Angelreese. But I'll say this, though. I want to salute Kelsey Plum because she knew she wasn't going to be available. And she said, you know what? Let me give my all-star spot to somebody else. Even though I'm not going to play, I'm still going to be credited as an all-star. So let me give my spot to somebody else. And that was Kalia Copper. Aaliyah Boston could have did the same shit. Because, again, you only played 5 minutes. You could have gave that spot to somebody else. You could have gave it to somebody else. And me personally, see, in a perfect world, Aaliyah Boston could have gave it to her fellow Gamecock, Camila Cardoso. Why? Because it was in Chicago. How can you have an all-star game in Chicago? It's the same thing I said in my last video about the Shooting Stars. How do you have a Shooting Stars in Chicago and it's not a Team Chicago? How do you have an all-star game in Chicago and you don't have a Chicago Sky player represented? And again, I'm going off for position. Aaliyah Boston is a front court player. So being that you only played 5 minutes, you could have gave this spot to somebody else and then let them be an all-star. You still would have been credited an all-star. And I get it. You know, in certain years, hell, even in the NBA, a player will be on an all-star team and they'll tell whoever their coach is, yo, only let me play this amount of time. I get it. You're trying to get ready for the second half that starts on Tuesday. I totally get it. But you could have gave that spot to somebody else. You could have still been an all-star, just didn't play, but also give that spot to somebody else since you didn't even play that much. Angel on the other hand, like she hurt herself. That's why she sat out the rest of the game. Aaliyah, what's your excuse? But yeah, I mean, listen, man. Like I think next year, I don't know where it's gonna be at next year, but I think next year they need to make some changes. Like they gotta do like some bragging right tape. Like they gotta do some bragging rights type shit. Because I remember in baseball back in the day, what they did was they had, obviously you got American League versus National League. And the league that won the All Star game had home field advantage in the World Series. But see, in the WNBA is different. They don't do East versus West. They don't even do that in playoff format. It's just the top 8 teams. So I don't know what they can do to try to make this more competitive. Because listen, yesterday I was disgusted. I mean, this All-Star game was better than last year's, but that ain't saying much because, again, I was still disgusted watching this game. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. I love the fact that they honored, the 30th anniversary of the WNBA, having so many legends come out. Holly Rowe, gave her speech, and some of the WNBA legends of the past came out. I love that they did that. I so loved that they did that, right? So, again, you're honoring 30 years of the WNBA. And me personally, since you're honoring that anniversary, I felt the game should have been a little bit more competitive. Again, I get it. It's an all-star game. It's all-star weekend. Everybody's having fun and letting their hair down. I totally get that. But it could have been a little bit more competitive if you ask me. Just a little bit more competitive. And shout out to Jonquel Jones because she's done something that no other player has ever done. She's won season MVP, finals MVP, Commissioner Cup MVP, and All-Star Game MVP. No other player in the history of the W has ever done that, but JJ has. So that's dope. And again, she was playing with a heavy heart. So condolences to Jonquel Jones and her family for the passing of her aunt. So she was playing with a heavy heart. So I'm glad she was able to put on that performance and honor her aunt. But yeah, man, yeah. But on a brighter note, Teaspoon can finally say that she got one up on Cynthia Cooper because obviously, they played each other, I think, 2 times in the WNBA finals, if I'm not mistaken. And Cynthia Coop, obviously, 2-0 in that because the Comets have won 4 WNBA championships. So now Teaspoon can say that she got one up on Cynthia Cooper. So salute to Team Spoon for that. Because honestly, I didn't I was neutral. I was neutral. I had no idea who I was going for because you got Team Coop, you got my UConn girls there, Stewie, Paige, Gabby Williams. And then on Team Coop and then Team Spoon, you got my favorite player, Ajawilson, and Teaspoon is the coach. So I'm like, damn, who do I go for? If I had to grade this game, if I had to grade this game on a scale from 1 to 10, I give this shit a solid 6. A solid 6. Solid 6. So hopefully next year they do better. And I hope, listen, I know this is wishful thinking, but, hopefully Rebecca Lobo and Ryan Rucco ain't doing that shit. Because I'm telling you, watching them do these games is just disgusting. The constant glazing, it's just disgusting. And I know people in the comments going to agree with me on that one. It's just disgusting. Maybe they need to have some more flight issues so they can get somebody else to do it. Maybe they can get Andrea Carter to do it with Monica McNutt or Shania Wumake. I know they do WNBA countdown and whatnot, but they can sit at that table and commentate the games too. You know what I'm saying? But again, as a fan, I'm gonna watch, but yeah, like I was very much disgusted with that game. So for 2027, they got to do better. They definitely got to do better. But y'all hit me in the comments and y'all tell me what was your favorite part of the All-Star game. Even if it was All-Star weekend, whether it was the shooting star, the parties that I'm sure you've heard about or whatnot. What was your favorite moment, right? So y'all hit me in the comments and y'all tell me what y'all think. Hold on. Wait a minute. Elena Deladon. Gotta speak on her. He was in the Shooting Stars. She got something left in the tank. Elena Deladon got something left in the tank. Like that first round, she was in her sweats. They made it to the finals. She brought the shorts out, and she took that thing very seriously. Look, Elena Deladon, you got something left in the tank. Don't let nobody tell you no different. I know when you was being interviewed by Holly Rowe, you know, you were saying something about you got to get your stamina better, yada, yada, yada. Well, how about this? You take a long vacation. You and your wife take a long vacation. Once you get back, start training. Because next year, we need to see you back for one more year. I'm not even asking for multiple years. I just need one more year so you can go out on your own accord. Because remember, your career was cut short due to injury. So you wasn't able to leave on your own accord. Come back for one more year. Washington can use another veteran. Because the only other veteran they got is Shakira Austin. They got a young squad over there, a young, hungry squad. They can use another veteran over there, and what better player than you? The Hall of Famer that you're about to be in another month and a half. But yeah, y'all hit me in the comments and y'all tell me what y'all favorite moment is. It's a wrap for this video. Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support of the podcast. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. It's right there on the bottom of the screen. Also, hit that notification bell so that way, once the video is uploaded, you will get another notification. You will get a notification letting you know I dropped a new video. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, tell a friend, all that good stuff. In closing, y'all know how this goes. This has been another video of Sports with Dre Day podcast. Catch y'all on the flip side. God bless. Peace and love. Your boy is out of here.